Greetings, sisters and brothers and cousins and all that type of stuff. Proof B here. Okay, so yesterday I made two videos. One about hemp. Well, actually, that was the day before yesterday. The first one was about hemp. The second one, I showed part of my temple, and I explained what that is. The Kemetic tree of life. So, even though I'm not going to be teaching this stuff anytime soon, unless family wants to learn at first, if nobody in the family wants to learn, it is up to the Most High if I take any students on in this. And what is this? This is called, what I'm about to show you is called the Magi order of Mari-HuAna. And Magi, M, order O, Mari-HuAna, M, comes out to the acronym M.O.M. And I did that in one respect to remember my mother, but in the other respect to give the idea that the use of marijuana, what you call that, mushrooms, etc., was done by most of your spiritual peoples. And the Magi, or Magi as I pronounce it, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. Well, let me just get into, I'm going to introduce you to what a Magi or Magi is, but just because it's about that time for people to start learning how to make themselves more powerful. Now, the people that's not into this, they're not into it. I don't care if you're family or no family. That's not the whole idea behind this. Family is the people who take this to heart. I've been doing this since a child. So I'm actually going backwards because I want to I'm gonna get into the Taoist stuff. All that stuff over there is gonna be like I said in the last show, in the last video, that will be the background for Cannabis, Kung Fu Yoga, and another thing that I'm doing, the art of networking, or Dao Net. So I'll get into that last, even though it would be, if you wanted to take that, it would be the first part of the temple. The second part of training is the tree of life, which I explained on the second video. So now we're going to talk about the Magi, or Magi training. Now, I said on the last video and the video before that I'm about to move, so I'm about to take all this stuff down. So I haven't really finished the wall. I really didn't get it in the order and everything that I want, but I'm about to take all this stuff down. That's another reason I want to videotape. But let's go over what's on the wall now. Well, first of all, as a Magi, when we move from the ancient Egyptian training, which is mostly dealing with the visualization, even though we deal with letters and words, over here we really deal with it. So we come from there. This is a picture of the Orion or Usarian constellation and how it's aligned to the three pyramids in Giza. Now, the funny thing is, Orion is the actual Greek name that was translated in the Bible into heaven. So think about that. So this is a representation, or kind of a representation, of our solar system. So they have the Earth here a lot bigger than it would be next to the actual sun, but it's just about learning the planets and knowing where they are, da 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 da. Now below that, we have the planets and how they align with the different zodiac symbols and all that good stuff. And then below that, the last thing we would get into is Magi astrology. Yes, Magi astrology. This is a different astrology than the astrology that's mostly practiced. It's more accurate and all that kind of stuff. And it comes from Shaolin, and all that good shit. So let's start over here from the top. At the top there is one. You start from this end over. That is one of the 3-letter names of Yahshua. You understand? Now, I have a version of that same name in each of, where's this one over here? Well, it's 6 that you can make up out of the name Yahshua, and it's called sealing the room. I'm not going to get into all that. This is my, not symbol, but it's for the order. It's the first one I made. I changed the name, but I can't destroy a magical instrument. So I made that up, and the letters on there are called Magi script. So now under that is the 72 names of God, or of Yahweh. Each name in magic has a different purpose. Now, at the base of that is to learn it's really called Ifri, but y'all call it Hebrew language. So at the base of all that is learning the letters. This trips me out. I was looking at it the other day and I seen the face. And then there's also one over here. But anyway, each letter has a tone that you have to say the letter in. It has a color that you have to imagine while you're saying the letter in that tone. And it has a universal, each letter has a universal meaning. So when you make up a word, you're not making up the language like I'm speaking now. It gets a lot deeper than that. So the 3 main letters, I'll come back to this in a minute. The 3 main letters are the Shin, wait a minute, the Shin, the Aleph, and the Mim. I'm not going to go into what I just did. Now this, you may or may not recognize right off the bat, but this is the symbol Om. Now, I turned it the way that I see it. You might usually see it, I don't know if the camera going to do this, but this is usually at the top here. This part is at the top, and this is turned that way, right? But I turned it this way. Now, look at it.